Hi, this is State Representative Antonio Parkinson, and I want to tell you just the basics of how state government works. When we as state representatives or state senators introduce a law, it goes through a very vigorous process. Now, that process is in place to vet this law or to filter it and to make sure that it's a law or a piece of legislation that will be beneficial or useful to the citizens of the state of Tennessee. Now, keep in mind there are three parts to our government. You have the executive branch, you have the legislative branch, and you have the judicial branch. The executive branch is the governor and his staff and all of the individuals that work for the governor's office. The governor makes laws also. The governor sends his laws to us for us to either approve or disapprove of the laws that he creates. The legislative branch is the branch that I work in as a state representative. And I'm in the House of Representatives. The legislative branch also consists of not only the House of Representatives, but the Senate as well. The House of Representatives and the Senate, we each make laws also, and each of us has to get another individual from one of the other houses to sign on the law that we each make. So, for instance, if I draft a bill that we want to turn into a law, then I'll get someone from the Senate to be a Senate co-sponsor of this bill also. And then the bill goes through the process in both the House and the Senate and gets the approval of the House and the Senate before it goes to the governor, who has to sign off on the bill. Now, if for some reason the governor doesn't like the bill, he has the right to veto that bill and send it back to the House and the Senate. And we have to start that process kind of again, or debate or discuss or figure out whether or not we're going to send the bill back to the governor's office or not, or whatever we decide to do. In that process of bills becoming law, let's say, for instance, if I wanted to create a law that says you have to cross the street only at 9 o'clock in the morning between the hours of 9 and 10, which is a crazy law, which I would never do anyway. But let's say if I wanted to make that a law, I would draft that legislation or send it to our legal department, who would draft it and put it in all the legal terms. Okay. Once that bill comes back to me, I'll go over this bill and make sure it says exactly what I want it to say. Once that bill it has the language that I want it to have, then I'll put the bill on notice here in the House of Representatives, the Tennessee State House of Representatives. I'll put the bill on notice. That bill will begin to go through the committee process, and it'll be assigned to certain committees, whichever committee it fits in. Let's say with that one, maybe that one, well, I don't know, it might fit into, let's say, the Transportation Committee, just using it. Okay, so it'll go through the Transportation Subcommittee, okay, which is a group of legislators or lawmakers or other state representatives that sit on that committee. And if they are okay with that bill, then they'll vote that bill in and then send it to the Transportation Full Committee. Once the Transportation Full Committee gets it and they see it, and if they like it, say for instance they like it, then they'll send it to whatever other committee it has to go through. The final committee at the end of the day is Calendar and Rules. Calendar and Rules will then put the bill on notice to be heard on the House floor, where every single state representative sits on the House floor, and then they will have to vote on the bill to see if the bill should be a bill or not. Now, once it goes through the House floor, the same process could be, or afterwards could start on the Senate side. And it'll go through every Senate committee, then go to the Senate floor. If it makes it through the committees, then get to the Senate floor, and then the Senate will vote it up or down. And if both the House votes it up and the Senate votes it up, then that bill will go to the governor's office to be signed by the governor into law. So that's how this process works. We really want you to get involved in the process. Really want you to be hands-on in government, because government belongs to you. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to call me, 615-741-4575. 615-741-4575. And if you want to email me at rep.antonio.parkinson, parkinson, at capital.tn.gov. Feel free to reach out to me. Don't forget our website, www.tnrepparkinson.com. And we look forward to hearing from you. I hope this helps. We really want to get you guys involved. We want everyone to be involved in government, because government belongs to you. And don't you ever forget that. I work for you. Thank you again, State Representative Antonio Parkinson, District 98.